Alright YouTube, we got my boy Wavy Kid Kev in the building. This was at the CT Barber Expo. So I thought he was going to do a high taper, but he was like a low taper. And he warned me that his hair is very difficult to taper. And I didn't really believe him. But then once I started doing it, I'm like, alright, he might be on to something. So we're going to start out by combing it out real quick. Mind you, this is in an expo. I wasn't sweaty. It was just a little moist in there. Kev was not sweating, but his skin was moist also. So that can affect the haircut. It can make it a bit more difficult. The cut definitely took longer. Anyways, we're going to cut it down with a 2 guard. And my lever is fully closed, I believe. We're gonna do a 2.5 on his crown. And once again, we were at an expo. Hundreds of people were watching. They were walking by. So it's not gonna be the best lighting, but I still wanted to record it and get it out to y'all. Y'all gonna see some familiar faces pop into during the video. So yeah, stay tuned. As you can see, Jeezy was shooting some clips for Kev's vlog right here. So we're just going with the grain of his wave pattern. His pattern's set in there, but his waves aren't fully, on Wavy Kid Kev mode. So, and we all know that. I believe he restarted recently,
Want a free haircut? Go to this link down below for more info.
I believe he restarted recently, like a few months ago. So we're gonna brush it in with our Torino Pro. I brought my tools because I knew I was gonna end up cutting someone. I didn't know who, but I knew I was gonna end up cutting someone. So we're gonna start with the taper. We're gonna do it kind of like mid, and this was the very difficult side. So we're starting our guideline right below his ear. And the key when you're cutting a waver, you don't want to cut into the waves. Now obviously you're gonna cut in a little bit, but Kev's hair right here is very thin, so it's easy. And Jeezy warned me also, because Jeezy cut him. He told me that it's very easy to take it up too high by accident. So I knew I couldn't do that in front of all these people. I'm like, nah, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll spend an hour on this taper just to keep it low. So I kind of had to switch clippers, switch guards, take off guards, just to kind of finesse this taper. I realized the guards wasn't helping. I just took them all off and was just freehanding low key. And that pretty much got the job done. Taper isn't going to be perfect on this side because again, his waves are still forming over here. So the pattern can be a bit tricky, especially with the thin spots. And sometimes it's true, you just have to stop doing what you're doing and kind of just move to the other side and then come back. I'm using like the rake-in method with different guards. Same thing for this side. This side was way easier. This one faded like butter. Pretty easy. But that first side was tricky. So for the back, as you can see, he got those light spots from the do-rag, and it's like from the way his hair grows. This doesn't necessarily mean he's wearing a do-rag tight. It's just obviously that's where the do-rag ends, where we tie it. So, and I know this because I used to have waves. So he told me I could take this back taper up pretty high. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna kind of scoop out with my higher guards, just so I don't go up too high. And I couldn't avoid those light spots. I couldn't make them better. Otherwise I would have pushed the taper up way higher. Like if he didn't have waves, I would have took it up way higher, but I'm just like, nah. So for the hairline, we're gonna prep it with our 1.5 guard. As you can see, he got that crazy widow's peak. Then we're gonna go in with our one guard, kind of flatten it down, and then just go into the lineup. I just used hairspray, that's it. His hair was pretty clean. We both were sweating just a tad, but you know, I blow dried his hair with cool air, so I knew that would dry up his skin a little bit. So this side of his C cup, he's kind of like missing a patch of hair. So I kind of make like an invisible ghost line to act like the hair is there until we enhance it. So we're using the Tune 45 enhancements, but we're using the barber plug sprayer compressor, cordless one. Shout out to the barber plug, man. He let me cut. I didn't have a booth to cut at. I was just trying to cut. I grabbed my case out the car. This was on the second day, and I was just like, man. So I hit up Wavy Kid. He hit up Plug for me, and he let me cut. So I appreciate him for that, for sure. Check out their channel. I just watched the vid where they did the clipper shopping with Jeezy. Check that joint out. It was definitely dope. So for the back lineup, same thing. Make sure it's crispy and not pushing it back. We're gonna use our magic pencil. He likes the pencil. So this is the Tune 45 one. I usually use the regular tan one, but we're using our razor right here. And to finish it off, I'm gonna just freehand trim it just to get all those loose hairs, because a 2 is still pretty thick. It's perfect for his length. It left it very dark, but it's still gonna leave some frizzies. So this is how he came in to the expo, and this is how he's leaving. Let's check out his reaction.
Got a big head. Don't say that in the comments. Lead us in here, Ken. Lead us in here. I don't care nothing about my head size. I prefer a straight lineup before having it rounded or whatever, because it's naturally rounded. I want a straight line. I don't care about no big forehead. So for all the comments, can't say I'm not crispy though. I knew I was gonna be crispy, bro.
That's straight? That's straight, bro. That's straight.
You about to hate on me.
That is a straight hairline. Like, complete surgicalness.
Ken is one of the best to do it.
Appreciate you.
The line, the symmetry, the detail is there. But you want to know what ain't there? The waves. Unfortunately,
Oh, man.